You ever feel like something is coming, but you can't explain what it is? Like your body knows, but your mind hasn't caught up yet. You're walking through your day, scrolling, maybe even numb, and then, boom, you find this video, right here, right now. It's not a coincidence, because you don't find messages like this unless they're looking for you too. And when they do, it's usually right before something shifts, something breaks, something begins. Some people will brush this off, close the tab, keep moving. But you're still here. You know what I'm talking about, because your soul's been whispering, get ready. Let me tell you something that happens to a lot of people, and maybe it's already happening to you. They're going through the motions. Life's on autopilot, same routines, same thoughts. And then one random morning, they wake up with this weird tension in their chest, like something's trying to get their attention. But they don't know what it is. Yet, they think it's just stress, or burnout, or whatever. But no, it's something coming. Something that's about to pull the rug from underneath them, or finally push them forward. You feel that? Here's what no one tells you. When life's about to throw something massive at you, good or bad, your energy picks it up first. It's wild, man. You start feeling off, restless, like your body knows you're standing at the edge of something, but no one's told your mind yet. So you start seeing weird signs, repeating numbers, dreams that actually stick with you for once, people randomly popping into your head. You brush it off thinking, I'm just tired. Nah, you're not tired. You're tuning in. And then, right before the shift happens, things get uncomfortable. You get tested. People ghost you. Plans fall through. You might even feel like you're losing control. But here's the thing. You're not falling apart. You're realigning. Everything starts clearing out to make space for what's next. And that's when something finds you. Something just like this video. And boom, now you're here. Now you're watching. Because you were meant to. I've seen it play out with so many people. One guy I know had been stuck in a job he hated for years. Didn't know where to go, didn't know what he wanted. But then one night, just like this one, he watched something that hit a little too hard. The next morning, he wakes up and gets laid off. Out of nowhere. No warning. But instead of panicking, he said something wild. He said, I felt ready, like I knew it was coming. A week later, he finally started that business he'd been too scared to launch for the last 4 years. And now, he'll tell you getting laid off was the best damn thing that ever happened to him. But that's the thing, man. Sometimes life has to shake you to wake you. And if you're here watching this, maybe something's about to shake you. You ever notice how when something big is coming, you don't get a heads up? You get a feeling, and it's not always some magical, angelic whisper. Nah, sometimes it's just you laying in bed at 2 a.m., staring at the ceiling like, something's not right, something's about to change, and your brain doesn't even know how to explain it. But your body knows. Your chest gets heavy, your routine feels off, music hits differently, even silence feels louder. That's when you're in it. That weird space in between chapters. You're not who you were, but you're not who you're becoming yet. And during that space, life starts testing how serious you are. Not with obvious stuff. It'll hit you with little chaos, small inconveniences that push your patience, old people popping up, tempting you to repeat cycles you swore you were done with, opportunities that look good, but deep down, you know they're distractions dressed as blessings. And if you're not paying attention, you'll settle. You'll say yes to something that was never meant for you, just because it showed up before what you really needed could arrive. But right before that real shift happens, something inside of you gets louder. That inner voice you've been ignoring for years, it starts screaming. And it doesn't scream in words. It screams through your anxiety, through your boredom, through your sudden frustration with the things that never used to bother you. That's not random. That's your signal. You're not crazy. You're just finally aligned enough to feel the tension before the break. And that break, it's not destruction, it's the doorway. Now here's where most people mess it up. They start second guessing their timing. You feel that pull, that stirring in your gut, and instead of trusting it, you go back to logic. You tell yourself, nah, I'm just overthinking. This can't be it. I'm probably just tired or stressed. And yeah, maybe you are tired. But not because you're lost, because your soul is stretching, preparing, shedding everything that won't fit into the next version of you. But it's uncomfortable, right? Because no one teaches us what that phase feels like. There's no textbook for this. You're just supposed to know how to navigate it? Hell no. You're trying to evolve while still showing up for your job, dealing with bills, texting people back, and pretending you're okay when you're unraveling inside. That shot is wild. But let me tell you, if you're going through that right now, you're not broken. You're not lazy. You're not behind. You're in transition. And transitions don't come with clean timelines. You can't schedule spiritual alignment like a dentist appointment. You can't speed it up by pretending you're fine. All you can do is lean into it. Let it shake you. Let it humble you. Let it burn away everything that's no longer you. Because when something real is coming, something meant for you, it doesn't arrive when you're ready. It arrives when you're willing to be wrong about the life you thought you were building, willing to close doors that almost fit, but never truly felt like home, willing to be alone for a minute so you don't end up with the wrong people, just to feel less lonely. This isn't punishment. This is the universe making space. Let's say you've been feeling stuck lately, like no matter what you do, nothing seems to move forward. Your plans fall through. People start acting weird. The things that used to excite you, they don't hit the same anymore. You're not lazy. You're not unmotivated. You're just not supposed to keep doing what no longer serves you. And that's where the silence shows up. That in-between space where everything feels like it's falling apart. But in reality, it's just falling into place. But here's the thing no one likes to admit. Before the shift, life gets weird. You lose things. Friends go quiet. Opportunities vanish. And sometimes, you don't even recognize yourself anymore. It's like life is pulling the rug from under your feet. And at first you panic. But what if I told you that was the alignment? What if that chaos wasn't the universe abandoning you, but rearranging everything on your behalf? Think about it. How many times have you forced something to work? A job, a relationship, a goal, just because you were too afraid to let it go? And then, the moment it finally collapsed, you hated it. But months later, you realized, damn, that needed to happen. That moment right there, that's proof. Proof that endings aren't just endings. They're upgrades dressed as breakdowns. Because life doesn't whisper in those moments. It screams, it pulls the plug, slams the door, burns the bridge, not to hurt you, but to force you into movement, to snap you out of sleep mode. So yeah, if you're watching this right now, and everything in your life feels like a mess, you're not being punished, you're being positioned. Positioned for something your old self couldn't carry. Something bigger, something that will actually feel right, not just look good on paper. Now here's the wild part nobody talks about. Right before things truly shift, there's this weird, quiet phase. Not chaos, not joy, just silence. And it messes with your head, because everything feels too still. You're not happy, but you're not fully sad either. You're just in between. It's like life puts you in spiritual limbo. You feel like you're floating in the middle of nowhere. No directions, no signs, no next step in sight. And that's where most people mess up. They try to fix it, force movement, force clarity, force answers. But this moment isn't meant to be solved. It's meant to be felt. Because this in-between space is actually the birthplace of transformation. It's the void. And yeah, the void is uncomfortable. But it's also sacred. Because in that stillness, all the old energy fades out. All the noise from your past identity, it starts to die off quietly. And the new version of you, the one that's aligned, real, and unfuckwithable starts forming behind the scenes. But you don't see that yet. All you feel is stillness. And in a world addicted to constant movement, that stillness feels like failure. But it's not. It's actually your upgrade downloading. Quietly, patiently, perfectly. And when it finishes loading, your life will flip. Suddenly, things will click. New people will show up. Random ideas will start pouring in. Opportunities will appear out of thin air. Not because you figured it out, but because you stopped forcing it and just allowed yourself to be in the pause. That pause isn't wasted time. It's necessary. It's powerful. Because when the message finds you, when the right moment arrives, you'll finally understand why it took so long. So now you're in that strange silence. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Because right when you begin to settle into that stillness, little things start happening. And I'm not talking about obvious movie scene moments. I'm talking about the subtle stuff that almost slips past you. But it doesn't, because your gut catches it. You feel it. A line from a random song hits way too deep. Someone says a sentence that feels like it was written just for you. You see a weird combination of numbers over and over again. Not once, not twice, but everywhere. You walk into a room and suddenly feel like you're supposed to remember something, but you can't put your finger on it. It's like life is winking at you, testing you, not to freak you out, but to wake you up. Because what's coming isn't small. It's not just a relationship or a job offer or a good week. It's a rewiring of who you are, the way you think, act, love, move. It's all about to shift, and you're being prepared for it. That's why those little signals feel so personal, because they are. It's life pulling you out of autopilot, nudging you to pay attention. Because when that moment hits, and it will hit dash, you'll look back and realize every single moment, every delay, every rejection, every breakdown was a breadcrumb that led you here. It's almost like life setting the stage, like the universe whispered, "Don't move yet, not until you feel it." And when you do, you won't need anyone's validation. You won't be confused. You'll know, because this message didn't find you by accident. It's been circling your orbit, waiting for you to stop scrolling long enough to listen. Let's not play games here. You didn't find this video just because you were bored. You didn't click this by mistake. And it didn't pop up on your screen by some algorithmic glitch. This message, it was for you. Not for the version of you from 3 years ago. Not for the one who's still trying to fit in or stay safe, but for the you who's finally ready to stop waiting for a perfect sign and start becoming the freaking sign for your own life. You've been holding something inside for way too long, a feeling that something's coming, a knowing that things are about to shift. But you've also been waiting for permission to trust it. Well, here it is, not wrapped in fluffy quotes or some feel-good mantra, but in real talk, raw, honest, the way it needed to be said. And if your chest felt tight during this video, if your gut whispered, "Damn, this is it," then you already know. Your life is about to demand a new version of you. And that version is ready now. So stop second-guessing it. Don't shrink just because you've never stood this tall before. Don't walk away from the edge when you were meant to fly from it. Because this moment right now, this silence after everything you've heard, this is the part where most people click away, but not you. You stayed. You felt it. And now it's your move. If this message hit something real in you, drop the word "ready" in the comments. No context, no explanation. Just ready. Let's see how many of us are actually awake. And if you want more videos that speak directly to where you're at, make sure to subscribe, because the next one might just be the one that unlocks everything.